Good morning, good morning. December 5, 2022. December 5th, 2022. Kashi, with 201 days left to elections, these are my most excited moments. I don't know about you, Kashi, but I'm telling you, bruh, 201 days left to elections. SLPP they go, Manabi they go, but how we forget the cash box? Now we all get for fight this fight here, so everybody will get a stake. We're responsible. We did we on the social media now, my brother. We educate and sensitize. Hey, Kashi, not underrate the power of civic education in Sierra Leone like today. Kashi, there is a whole segment of the population, the young people them coming up. They want they were there on the last 17, 18 for vote for next year election. Then picking the way they 14, 15, where they listen small WhatsApp, serious messages them. You cannot underestimate that particular segment of the population, Cashbox. They are waking up.
Absolutely.
Them message what they put out so every day, telling them, Kashi, Section 13B of the Constitution, will tell Sierra Leoneans say, you have a responsibility for cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism, where loyalty lies to the state, not to your political party, your sections, your tribes, your ethnicity, your region, or any other loyalties, not to the person. Your loyalty is to the state, is to Sierra Leone, and everything working for move Sierra Leone forward. That is why when you see unconstitutionality, you see illegality, you don't go against it immediately. You don't make hypocrite. Cashbox, that is the impact of civic education in Sierra Leone today. And that is what we're doing, and we are getting there. So God in this day, not easy. But Africa, if you like that black pot, don't cook by the pot steady, black, you don't cake. You get for scrape them off. When you look like a Sierra Leone as an example, 60 years of independence later, after 60 years of independence, 30 days, they say like Sonka. What's we did? There's a lot of work to do. But Kashi, that is why sometimes, I wake up in the morning, man, I'm excited, I'm pumped up, I'm jumping, man. We gotta go. But you see.
Absolutely. Ibrahim, how many times we don't say the kind thing they have. Salon people, and Ibrahim, like, what did you talk so?
You see, I know Cashbox don't get interrupted there. But let me say this, Sierra Leoneans, we can discuss a couple of issues them. You see, we'll not be responding to the a video where we see where this grifter, this deviant, where, misplaced, come out and go to court, say and they go fight for pool selection of the constitution. This person they end up later, it tell me what's in the judge get for pass. The ruling of the judge, he say a binary 0 or 1. Either the party resign or the court say tell them say they're illegitimate. Then they go and form an ITGC, and then go into lower level elections. And go form a transition committee and then go into a level elections. We hear him. We see him. And the judge go and pass the ruling. This guy came in all the party, APC party, for 2 years to ransom. He copied them all, then they in a boardroom, then they sit down and meeting them. And they disagree with them. Until the young people and the youth them then decide. They say, what we party back. They go to the party office, they woman them, the youth them, the students them. They say, what we party, time is not on our side. Now we can ask this fundamental question today. Waiting they happen to the lower level elections them. We know say we get lawyer Ibrahim Sori, when are the chairperson for the TIMEC, when are the TIIEMC. We know say lawyer Ibrahim Sori now for lead the APC to lower level elections. That then the 1 year. Let APC pick the leaders them at the constituency, ward level, regional level, all the way for pick a flag bearer. For let we get who they go represent the APC party for stand tomorrow for defeat President Bio. But for now defeat President Bio, it is sweet where people can talk. You hear people they talk, Marabio they go, this and that. But how we they pull Marabio is the concern. What is the strategy now? How we get forward? If members of parliament were responsible for help for lead this fight forth, they don't come before for lead this fight here. So members of parliament, they watch, not for make rudeness and feticide parliament. That is nonsense. That is not the kind of society we look forward to. We want for CS members of parliament where the leaders then they use legislative procedures within the walls of parliament for make sure they stand up against unconstitutionality. They have so many layers for use. Members of parliament, who still don't see members of parliament, they come out and call and organize a protest, lead the protest, stand in front of the people for lead for say undemocratic actions will not be condoned, allowed by the opposition. Now we see inside Liberia, we see them where Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and other members of parliament then call a protest against George Weah, where he come as president, where one begin misbehave. Then do harm. Now the opposition in responsibility for protect the constitution, section 26 of section 1, give people the authority and the protections to their freedoms of assembly and association. That is some fringe group for call for protest, people and listen. Now members of parliament for call. Now we see registration. People suffer for registering to come on. They talk about these things. We get a few 0.01% with them brain block. They head them tight. We're for understanding thing there. But the majority of Sierra Leoneans don't understand. Say we get a responsibility. Marabi the single-handedly damage Sierra Leone. And they damage them because they get the help of parliament. Because of the parliamentarians, they stand up and do what they for do. They like today. We don't get them problem how we get our country. People are dying due to lack of health care. People are dying because of what's happening in our country. People are dying because of waiting. All the basics that they need, it is not there. Electricity today will affect for her. Those are things of the past. Look, Dubai, Qatar, all these countries, they don't let freedom go. They want to be sun grown. They like it today because look how they. Every day, people are dying of hunger and starvation. Parliaments, they pass all kind of bad and terrible laws them for take away the people in democratic rights. What they say, we're going to call all these things out. That lady then kill Soda Ferry Junction. Waiting to police and go do sting operation. Just go broke for knocking the lady in house without a warrant. Shock the lady, kill her. Pregnant woman, they like it, they don't die. What you do? Parliament, they pass the National Security and Central Intelligence Law, where they give police them and authorities them the power for conduct sting operations across the country. We got for see more of them kind of a case than the police take over and go broke people and watch them. What you do? That inside the parliament, he pass. You get the leader of the opposition, Cherry Majuba of the APC party, and sit on there. And they watch Marabi, they violate the rights of the people. But you get some few blocks. They feel they get a loyalty to an individual. They forget say the country big pass Cherry Majuba. Sierra Leone big pass Cherry Majuba of the APC. A big pass Kanda Yumkela. A big pass Emasilamina. A big pass every member of parliament. The people are there. Now the people they go for represent. They for represent the people well. Democracy is the power of the people, for the people, and by the people. And so God and his day, every leader in government, every boss within a government for understand say, when you're in opposition, you're in governance, your responsibility is to work and serve the people. Sovereignty belongs to the people. The government derives its legitimacy, its authority, and its power from the people. That is a sacrosanct fact. So Sierra Leoneans, these are the things we're saying. Let me go back to the APC saga. Who side the APC today? We get 201 days left to elections. APC, the rulings they don't mature from November 1st. APC we get 60 days for lower level elections. This Alfred Peter Conte faction and all of these other guys, they hold the APC party to ransom. You know, before I even go inside any deep, I don't need to talk about the APC connection. We talk about APC, the foundation, it lies in people like we grandpapa the hand there. In 1967, the way people are even know for say, Shaka Stevens don't win the elections. Now when they see a Land Rover, they will say before with over 15 Land Rover, me and grandpa and out for the APC party. Give 13 to every constituency. Every constituency get one of the Land Rover in the day. Papa Sheki get one, himself get one. Those are the things where we see we're happy. So those are all the facts. So I don't need to come now and tell anybody about my connections and this and that. But now we go inside the APC. These people there like today, we're not going to stick like the APC cash box. Welcome. As you said, you get a lot of difficulty there with the phone calls, eh?
No, seriously, somebody they call me in between like saying, oh my god. Anyway, Ibrahim, like the point we make earlier about saloon people, and you see, we get to understand Ibrahim, and like the thing where like a few days ago I talked about habits na smoke, Ibrahim, and the danger which we consider the fact that people they don't used to certain ways of doing things. And it is very, very difficult. Like what you talk, like I know you talk about Ibrahim Sori, the EMC, I think they don't pull a list now of the people we get for kind of like conduct the lower level election and all that, and which is good for the APC and things like that. But Ibrahim, like what you talk, so for make it, we require collective effort for make we able get rid of this government. For make we able understand, like say, you know, like salon is way better than waiting people in the sea right now. Like we are the sea like video where like the president they go tell people and say they for plant pepper and all that in the day. Ibrahim, you know, we get bigger fish than at the pond. Before that, we they follow them like Gamina them and the pond they tell me about pepper. You know, these are some of the things that we really they pain me. Whilst we they use with timber, we they use with iron ore, ship out to China, make youth man and turn millionaire very quickly. We they tell we youth man and say and go plant pepper. Yes, I don't have a problem with that. But the fact that we don't even assess we country as a country for those say we get a fertile ground where they plant rice in mass production. We do not know all of these things. I can always tell people, I listened to this gentleman, Jarami, where I think he was the PRO of like the Ministry of Agriculture under Aneskoroma. I listened to him one day, I think he was on AYV or so, where he be the try to talk like I say, people don't even know the assessment or the results of the assessment them of we land them where we get whether it is fertile enough for grow like a rest we're good for like large scale production or even to some extent export. He said these things, but Ibrahim, the worrying thing and the fact that we get seen them away from making youth man. When I make youth man and turn millionaire, people and they turn millionaire in other country them when they can take from we country, we still remember they say when people go grow pepper and all that thing. It is nonsense. But Ibrahim, the mentality and communicator, the mentality of we people them, trust me, it's not a day's job, Ibrahim. This gets for take years. Like when you talk about the 17-year-old, trust me, they're 17-year-old. When they do listen to these things, trust me, they're going to reflect them. People are going to tell them, say, you know what? These are the things that we're not missing for years. Ibrahim, the reason why I make you and I, we were growing up. I know you were posh anyway, but we suffer. We suffer so now because of like bad leadership. Because of like the people that were supposed for kind of like all, you know, community always they talk one thing and say the TRC actually miss like one particular important body as to the reason for the war when at the parliament. Ibrahim, he like how you turn, he like how you read around, he like how you go round and round. I listen to like KKY. I think like I know the always somebody said me yesterday, like in a budget speech. Where in the guy will talk say, oh, everybody they point and by the government. Everybody they point and by the government. He said, but how about them? In other words, in the guy will talk about parliament. Although that statement there was a little bit loose, because when you talk about government, we're talking about like the three arms of government, where the executive, the parliament, and the judiciary. So he is part of government. But when even the guy will say, everybody they point out to the executive arm of the government. He said, how about them? You see, Ibrahim, it's like I say, like finally, like you know, people don't they understand. Even the parliament themselves don't they understand the role. People don't go even they tell me, well, like how you see salon problem, it goes back to parliament. I always give people like this example. Ibrahim, not only we spend time, hours. I think like we do a live. They talk about King Ho. Salon people them. Not only that, the first time where we know about King Ho, when they tell we say the deal was rushed through in parliament. Ibrahim, who made that statement?
Yeah, Cherry Coco.
Thank you. Cherry Coco made the statement in parliament that the King Ho deal was rushed upon. Ibrahim, a couple of months, I think like a few months down the line, waiting we kind of like get reliable information. We get the document right in front of us. We're waiting. They buy motorcar, King Ho buy motorcar for Mohammed Sidi Tunis. Ibrahim, not only we talked about it, it was sent directly to Cherry Coco. Have you ever had anything about the King Ho, the motorcar they buy for Mohammed Sidi Tunis in parliament?
Nothing.
So this is the thing. If we're trying this now, collective efforts for that way. Ibrahim, if you don't play football, like I'll be relatively good. If you don't play football, okay, you can't say
right.
The left wing very weak. Who side they pass the ball fast?
But the wing where they play proper, if not the right wing now, they send.
Thank you. Now they send you ball. If we strength now for make we expose, we get some guy the party. Not only responsibility for a government we're serious, a party we're serious, and somebody we're serious for making party kind of power. Not only they amplify this story now.
Absolutely.
This, Ibrahim, let me say this thing, Bamba Odenaya. This thing, the king, the receipt, when the Bible stuff for Mama City Tunis was sent to him by myself. I sent it to him directly. Ibrahim, you don't ever hear Cherry Coco talk about this. Cherry Coco try to expose Mama City Tunis.
No.
But they go tell we say Parliament cannot do anything. As Cherry Coco, all we say, Abbas do not allow America to talk inside Parliament. Did Cherry Coco go and kind of like do a press conference? All we say, you don't trust the documents when we send to them. Did you even try for even investigate the document?
No.
But we even tell people and say, the bill of lading, Ibrahim, when the Motka land Nassau alone, we give them all that documents there.
Absolutely.
The Motka land Nassau alone, we tell them all that.
Yep.
Did they say anything about it? But you see, Ibrahim, you get people and when they talk, Parliament. If we were to win this fight, Ibrahim, like what you say, it take all of us, we need to do with your partner social media. But I tell you one thing, Ibrahim, I don't tell people like me mama, where parliamentarian they tell her I do, where radiomatic machine, I still remember small with it, then they sing, where radiomatic machine tell me mama I do, Ibrahim, me mama they hour on weekly. I like you do thing them where normally they do where they give you serious box now you back. They forgive you because radiomatic don't tell her I do. Ibrahim, habits na smoke. We people do not used to this. They do not understand. They don't be ever kind of like they're exposed to the constitution for know the role and responsibility of the parliamentarian. So calling them out is like you kind of like speaking to their gods, and they do not like it. This is the reason, Ibrahim, where for me, I'm not ever angry or vexed by the people of Sierra Leone anymore. And I'm going to try, if even I try for vexed by them, put a stop to me, because it get will take time. Ibrahim, the one when Minaya, where will be the worst now was shared. You issue one foot, just somebody was at the kind of, it pulls some of the flush now you foot. Even now, for years, donkey years, where are the ones now shower? I still do that. Because habit now smoke, it is difficult to make it common. But now why don't ask me put in the shower? Now say, what do they do? Like, it takes in this wash yard business, then I'm here. So this is how things are done, Ibrahim, and we have to be extremely patient. Let's keep our focus, telling people about waiting for make salon better.
Absolutely. I see Comrade on joining me.
Actually, Ibrahim, let me tell you something. Patience and understatements.
Comrade,
tell you what's it. Ibrahim,
Kashi,
Cashbox.
Comrade, hold on 1 second. Kashi, if you talk to Comrade on the side about that particular issue, don't bring a car up.
Yes, I understand. Don't worry.
Okay.
I understand.
I
understand. Don't worry about that, Ibrahim. You see some discussion today. No matter what, try to avoid them. Sometimes one day you could just talk something. Especially patient understatement. We have a fight. We have a mission. And a mission for educate people, and we go and fight for a long haul. Yeah. But what make it difficult for you because the people who say maybe they don't live at the West, they see better democracy. They don't be part of that when they go for continue for brainwash problems. So that brainwash mentality, they fight for a long haul. And let me tell you, it's an African crisis. Not just Salon, it's an African crisis. Absolutely. So to go through that Salon is an African crisis. Absolutely. So this is Salon. So we understand the fight. And the fight who they go for a long haul. However, sometimes one thing they did, we need to allow for misinformation continue for sinking to people because once in a while they can correct some mistakes them. Let me tell you, we give an example like football. I'll tell you, this fight for make country that complete like football what you see. Keeper, you go with the put for don't for go card. If you go keeper say the go card, then they score. Now get a bad name. So everybody do responsibility. If you attack and say the good defender. If you see you don't score with a bit now in the carry down, so they attack at the point. Because everybody can forget the responsibility for let country go before. Maybe responsibility would they do so now free of charge.
not to music would they sing, not to sell would they sell their voice and for say would the bell post say hey well they can't buy that this I can't no, not to sell the seller. I know just when I say what's in a salon, we gather people and they will be born na kono. I'm not talking about to go to we call Maraba Bado. Now they don't mind to go buy because it boku. Not to say that for sweet or for quality, that for boku. Say mami boku put up. You know you look for sweet. So the few people that doing the look for sweet, we be say no matter what happen, then they go buy the that's small. We are getting there. Let me tell you something, Kashi. What you make? We say if you vex self, low stop you. Well, so, I know they stop us sometimes because sometimes they find for let it out. But let me tell you something. What the beautiful thing is, people they understand exactly what's in the happen now. Sierra Leoneans are not full anymore. They know exactly how governance system for go. They not begin to understand them. Anybody who talk about governance system as alone, they say parliament they never talk about that at all. Able cash works. It's not like we supposed to say let you cook plasas, you don't put water. How that plasas they cook? I want cook better leaf. Well, I don't put water. I just put the pot fire. I put the better leaf. Fire they cook. Now born the one. We want to talk about governance system as alone. Now the parliament first. Now they begin part, now the last part. Because now then the supreme legislative body where they control every other institution as alone. Hey, here is executive work fine, na legislative. Here is a judiciary work fine, legislative. Because everything that happen as alone. Now the parliament, now they go agree. And they say, okay, if they no agree, they not agree. We don't see them. We watch. And they share one video in Ghana. We want Ghana MP. They give example of Manchester United and Maguire. They say the defender will be good. William admire now for Manchester. Now they even help for they even score goals there against a young club. That is end up in a salon. People always say if they day inside opposition, they will do very well because of the past experience. What them don't they do? They will be have governance. They not also now. They don't turn out the real. Then they score pan the young party left, right, etc. We cannot talk about salon issues today without measuring the House of Parliament. Now, because that you wish here, because also I even can talk. I say, look at election non year 6 months to election. Now you want to make the say, then they what make yes, we agree. It's better today than never. Now you want to show yourself because election non year for letting them full of people say you can talk. Hey, that time don't pass as alone, Ibrahim. Now with the check records, what if you not see from 2018 to date? What if you not see from 2019 to date? What if we not say from 2020 to date? What if we not say even 2021 to date? What if we not say during this, even this 2022, this NEC registration, the PR system, the NI number? What if we not talk? There are a lot of things we for talk for the for God's sake, people can anything they talk. They want to talk in degree we get this thing. That's just rubbish, that works. What if bad for let you can for the African Express in release now for start long ago. What if I for them for make committee for Tawasi? We need to discuss audit. We need to discuss that any budget issue without we not talk about the audit general. What impact? We Ghana the members of parliament and CEOs they say they need to sit down in parliament with the minister because the minister need to do that until the government sack up. They make press conference out of the parliament. There's no sin as to the all go snap so the leader of the opposition of parliament go they make press conference. If you in the share every day, hey Ghana MP there, wait, not so the same with democracy. I don't know how look that lady, that can be a lady. We talk about what he talk about themselves. We say they know for his but we you see the MP they talk to the book say, hey, we the MP they suffer. If you don't see happy, we don't get money. Ibrahim Kashmok because these guys were letting just extort the people them. From they just live on the expense of people them. They not care whatever happens. They dip up. They no say if they hold the finance minister that money they will let them pay them. That $10,000 for medical allowance they no go add up for them. They will never ever challenge that today. Hey boy Ibrahim, if this parliament serious, then they have to go sit down for talk about budget or the auditor general. They not sack and ever call that they will no get auditor general that will get married the act in the wrongful manner. We cannot, you see, at the time something, the TRC, they made the mistake because so many things they do there for points out the left hand. They just say the police and the judiciary. Of course, they don't disgrace themselves. They all man don't know say that they don't be life and they. But they forget see every bad law we make them and them go to bush, na parliament na they go enact them. The 1965 criminal law na parliament na go enact them. And we don't see consistently this from women that we don't kind of power to date all kinds of things. I had to talk about cyber law. You don't want to non-talk about the Central Intelligence and Security law. We allow them now. We bypass the criminal level like for one person without warrant. For take person food would also without warrant of arrest. So when these things we keep saying these things and facing na for we, Ibrahim, if you just pay attention, we need to talk about today about this PR system. We dey talk so. When we pay attention, we need to talk about NIN number. If you not listen 2 years ago, we said these things. We say if we allow local council not right. But if you all employ with the big achiever, let's go to local council election. If they meet take a food and we have no problem no make election. Like we need to talk about PR system because now they for die natural death, but they refuse. Every two say they get counter because they feel say they know able to problem. Let me tell you something as works. You may not say it, but you may not say it. Me sometimes I get a point where I cannot able left again for let people to continue for me before people left. If we don't see it in our platform, I would say my own view in my single audios. Because it's high time misinformation and disinformation that don't increase alone for many years. That is still continue. People don't hide behind misinformation. Politicians, they don't hide behind misinformation.
Absolutely.
And this is a fight to the fight. We want to succeed. If we want to succeed, we have to be very blunt and say some things there. Say we are not talking of certain things, we are not helping this situation. Because some people need to be exposed, say, what are the things saying and so not to say they be. And they will be very comfortable without us correcting certain things. They will be very comfortable when they want to talk without we coming here and correct certain things. That there is no need. Because so many years.
When you come in, you make mention, and Ibrahim, just before you come in,
right?
You know, you make mention something very really touching when you talk about the medical $15,000 for each MP. But yet still they cannot do anything in Parliament. But are you comfortable for get $15,000 for a year for your medical? And guess what? They're all the to line for go outside the country. A country where not get one CT scan or MRI scanner. Then an MP they go and advocate for make it get $15,000. The rest of like the 7 million odd people. Then the language in Connaught Hospital will not even get oxygen machine or CT scanner. Are we,
Kashi.
you know, that we, for God's sake, what's wrong with salon people then?
No, Kashi, let me tell you something. Before I say how much of the pay MPs then do the arresting and look at the country economy. They adjust them. When they don't, almost they pay them right now. Kashi, these guys they pay them huge money. They don't add for the citizens from where they can, where they add for minister, they add for MP quick. Because all they want, you know, the House of Parliament is a money-making machine parliament. That's the sacrosanct fact. When you talk able cash box, the Ariogbo say the which powerful passer. If in this particular now when a constituency will get where they elect MPs them, we be say now. Let me tell you something, Ibrahim. Where the MP say, what you would talk? Now if they find if this term where be say APC. Then get majority in the parliament, then Boku, the SFP no will pull the MP, then try all countries, they still don't be majority. Ibrahim, they're not able, they say the executive arms of government, they bulldoze the legislative, when they for supervise the executive arms of government. Ibrahim, we pay assistant, they can damage that number we APC get. Because surely, the NGC, they're happy about them because the number will increase the parliament based on the PR system. Surely, SLP, they're happy about that. Then go forget that the numbers are based on the PR system. I'm very much sure, I'm pretty sure, if that didn't happen, that the APC seat that they reduce drastically, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
We are going where we came from 2002, 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
We APC 27 seats will get the parliament.
Absolutely. We saw it.
You know, let me tell you something, Ibrahim. Let me tell you, say, if we not enough for end misinformation, for end brainwashing mentality as alone, we say we're going to ignore certain things. We are doing what we call fruitless endeavor. Because people do not believe for many years, for hide behind the lie. Politicians don't believe, always will look at the opportunities, you know, like way they say sick, like way you do,
Comrade, Kashi, I think so. Let we give Comrade a chance for let Comrade talk about this particular aspect of this misinformation where it gets in mind. Yes. I think so, Comrade, go ahead because you don't say misinformation we're against them, but let's see what aspect you come up from. Yeah.
Fine, because it's that like what they call say we get opportunity infection. Sickness they look for outside it they enter.
Yeah.
Like they say like HIV. If you not get caught by body, HIV no the enterprise so because you don't get the opportunity for enterprise body.
Which is one way of
Ibrahim,
yeah.
Which is one way.
Right.
The second way, if let's say if you not do unprotected sex, you don't get HIV.
Right.
So opportunities infection 9 days alone. Then they look at the weaker vessels. Then can't fool people there. So you ain't enough for tell the truth for challenge Ibrahim. We always get the difficult tax.
Right.
Let me tell you something, Ibrahim. For like you win a battle, it take a very long haul. Let's say that all of this so Martin Luther King then talk till and tired and kill them. Now today they see the benefits of that. Not to record today. Now Martin Luther King say our life begins to end the day we keep quiet about things will matter.
Yeah.
That's the day we life begin for end Ibrahim. For say let's keep quiet. Let us not say this here. Me, I know they say I disagree, but I refuse to keep quiet for so long. Because misinformation. Then okay, also this way Ibrahim anytime we talk something, then they can't misinform the people them. Look at misinformation. It will still lead to so many killing of people in a saloon. Now lead for get bad government. Then lead to murder you who get so in a saloon. Misinformation. That misinformation that's why they make all before some of them before for say episode that's because APC not be able good for market themselves. Misinformation. Ibrahim, we get for fight the battle of misinformation and disinformation. For all people not say the truth is the truth. No matter how you look at that, the truth is truth. Let me tell you something, cash works. Misinformation, people like Kuda, they sell toilet, where they sell them, you know they lost it. Hey, if you don't sell it, go through you go below back to because you need to buy. That's the truth. Misinformation, sweet time. If we not enough for this misinformation, we put non consistently politicians. This one will be saying they feel say they get for use people for misinform people because they want hide behind that like the Ibrahim. We go talk, but trust me, if we continue for keep quiet about misinformation, our life begins for end that day. Misinformation now don't kill Salon. We get to understand say people for Salon understand say Salon is bigger than all of us. No individual person for the important party to Ibrahim. None of us.
Absolutely.
Before there's what make me identify myself with you. And tell this time and again Ibrahim. Some person talk say Ibrahim no oppose APC. The first one offense today, we don't first against SLPP today. Let one person partner tell me say don't let the one person put 1 minute or do we do for say talk about against SLPP. Because I know say you like Sierra Leone. I always give you the example, not to say Ibrahim. Let me tell you something. If you have been that person will be say if it's still in that blind era. For when they be NGC, you don't see him play bad one. Ibrahim is never know a plan.
Oh yeah.
But I see you at the same person as I say me na APC, but APC is not bigger than Sierra Leone. For that, from that day we say me, I regret what me can even follow him Kelapa this year because he appointed me. That is the day I admire me admiration. Kappa, you still say, wow, this is the help us we look at country first than person or individual or political party or affiliation. If you're not person we been follow misinformation for so long, Ibrahim, you know for that today for talk about NGC, you know for that today for talk about SLPP. If you still stick with people and stick, say they not see you can do no bad, you can correct person. If you still stick, that's the idea. But you say no, you refuse to agree. So allow people who be say they're not even able for inform people and rather for misinform people. They continuously they misinform people like Ibrahim and say it's wrong. If we keep quiet, we are not helping this situation. Sometimes we come and correct the misinformation. Ibrahim, hey, the MPs them, me and the telecast was so automatic. Me na corner about ask whether be sabi large body. Them papa and party. That way they can also in an area where they can also we me na the people be like, hey, that end we can all me company they can have because don't say that day something they can. We do hold me myself. And the gratitude hold them and no allow us to do ourselves because large body don't cast it. We also area all my respect for our one person they say because now so them know that they got the Ibrahim. Now, seeing people like us, they tell us, say, we respect you so much as a member of parliament, but my responsibility, when I for carry appropriately, Ibrahim, we are the biggest target because you don't ever happen in the history of Sierra Leone. People challenge government, challenge opposition, say, we are for full government accountable. And that is then a democracy, Ibrahim. What is the beauty of democracy? That when the opposition, the whole government accountable. Tell us, say, you are wrong.
Come with, I tell you one thing where I know about Salon. And you know, if anybody say we go against the members of parliament, may they not come at we, may they go have a go at the Abdullahi who Conte them, we write the constitution. Because everything that we are saying here, it is within the confines of the constitution. So you not have a go at we, you not go have a go at Abdullahi Conte because they write the constitution. I don't go at the writers of the constitution because as long as then the presidents, the parliamentarians, they all take an oath go take this constitution, go have a go. Una see what he did at the constitution. Una go take una 2 left foots them. Una go there. Una kind of like say yes, we want to be MP because like then una now with a call up on una responsibility. You know Ibrahim and Comrade. Let me tell una this, and I make this very very blunt. Another one. Make we talk about this at all, Ibrahim. Like what you will say, but you see one thing. If anybody know they listen to this platform, and if anybody feels say waiting with they say is wrong, and they kind of like go on, oh no, share this, let we the only share that one day. Anybody, and I know they say we 100% rights now this platform at all times or whatever. But what they say, Ibrahim, and I tell you one thing, if anybody feels say information is wrong, and then you go and listen to this person where you feel say like you mama and papa they pay school fee for you for nothing. The school where you go now from thing is not better at all. You just go waste time. Like what you go they say now, you know the education go inside you or something like that. Now you go inside or whatever. You education when you go now from thing now both case.
Gashi, Salon, not forget this word here. Salon man like for secrets, man. The typical Saloma, not to every one of you, because when me see somebody with Chris and they feel sorry and waiting for help this person from getting help. But the average Sierra Leonean and a lot of them, they lack for secrets, man, but they know one bona. They don't want to be brother, they don't want to be sister, but they like Chris, man. Go ahead, Comrade.
Ibrahim, let me tell you something. Hey, people don't understand how what's in their life. What is Ibrahim? People the way the music they listen, so man, they listen to the pastor get music. Because that day you get passion for. Yeah. So man, na just where they meet some man hip hop elect. You know, some man soul elect.
Absolutely.
So if you elect hip hop, it's in hip hop they listen. Let them know we be saying like reggae music, now they listen because that they in the land sense. Me na possible be say me na reggae music I like because at the CC the guys they preach like a prophet.
Absolutely.
I like Bobala, they follow them religiously.
You know, Comrade,
so
when you talk yesterday, when you talk so they listen Joseph Hill's get one in song where they sing Down by the Riverside. Oh man, why listen to that song? That music back because I can just go over. So give me what you say. So
the guys are prophets.
You know, yes.
Just like way they are prophets. Just like way Peter just talk about say, and say you did as far as you in Africa. Then they tell this stuff, we the continue. Let me tell something, right? You see, for honorable as alone, not to represent people, then attach to the leg. Hey, this is honorable. Not to say then like the title for say honorable. Not like they want to do the things we really get the name honorable. Ibrahim, exactly. If I call honorable member of parliament as somebody who they challenge unconstitutionality, I mean, tell say go in a parliament represent us as a honorable member of parliament. Ibrahim, if you know by law, say. Now one person for a constituency, they say all the parliament like you don't that for me. Because one for the only. But the law say every constituency for one person they choose. You know me say you educate past all man. You know me say get blessed past all man. Now God say that you for choose for represent.
Absolutely.
When you look around in Gambia, where they talk say for shame of themselves, for where they want to talk for harmony, Ibrahim. You look at to MP there, where they talk say, hey, MP then they suffer, and when they're sick, then they're vulnerable. Ibrahim, I look at them and say that they feeling the shame now, they will shame. If the MP they talk about medical, to consider who be count so in food, they not get my reason. We see what they doing, the cancer, the damaging Bobby, and we don't see so many things there. Ibrahim for a day, not a single day pass away, and then they say past 3-4 picture when they send to me of people that me look at they too much, so I delete them.
You know, sadly,
and these platform only the share up. Then, but they boastfully can't now tell you say because MP they suffer. That means they for that kind of money for medical. Ibrahim they not say okay, how many MPs they Ibrahim? Let them take that all the money go by CT scan. Let it all the money buy MRI scan. Ibrahim they don't want to create beautiful things for the poor people.
You know, let me.
Ghana within Africa for can do CT scan for not the MRI scan. Where somebody get cancer as a lot of like Ghana. Ibrahim if they get all that money when they get the right not to say that the medical will do the money right now they get so allowance that they don't solve no problem.
You know,
Ibrahim, they will not say for Panatin. Some of us who ever be victim again, but they talk because the majority of people today and are victim of food so. And that then they misinformed. And the misinformation that they see person that they say they don't even know what's in the ahead of them, the danger what's ahead of them. So we therefore continue for try for correct some misinformation. We will platform hold on bill, we say a victim advocacy network. Let me tell you something, Ibrahim, this is an African crisis. But then say you need to go for Oakland in Nigeria, you left you will start the fight with our country.
You know, comrade.
I know in Africa, we stick with the time by that side, we focus on issues them. But if he needs them for local correct some misinformation about him, we will not say we keep quiet. We will come and correct it.
Comrade, we would never ever cover any misinformation.
By the way, I play you song just now.
Oh, take a long walk by the riverside. Oh man, that's a powerful song. Play small. Play small. Conscious, man. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah.
Wow. Anyway, Ibrahim, let's crack on.
You know,
just people and get the feel.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As long as that country they change, Ibrahim. I like that 2 person listen to Ibrahim.
They say don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up, don't give up the fight. Ibrahim, this fight we already give up.
Yeah.
You can fool some people sometimes, but Ibrahim, you cannot fool people all the time. That's the truth.
It's a fact. Yeah. Lay the burden down the riverside. For just in case we brought the one for no waiting, Joseph talk so. Lay in burden down the riverside. Where can get to it? They just say walk. They go take a walk down the riverside and lay in burden there. You know, a very vibrant. You know, hey. But you know, I can listen to that song. It gets me so excited. So I'm going to leave that for now. But Kashi, comrade, you know, there's very important issues. We don't tell you to deliberate on these facts. The importance of Parliament. Parliament is the supreme legislative authority. Section 105. It is in there. It is a sacrosanct fact. It's laid. When they go down there, no member of Parliament they can't tell you say they sorry for we and they beat we. No. No member of Parliament. Not for if you go fit inside Parliament physically, because first of all that's a very bad example for people. But again, if they do, okay. But at the end of the day, that is not the way to do it, because what to do, a lot of members of Parliament are Sabia for fet the fet, and the leader of the opposition will get inside it. We Sabi, we don't did it for 15 years, not the lead the fight. So the people are left to themselves, and now we see they happy. So when the leader of the opposition will be there at a time when they need them, when they go pass, within the Parliament, this PR system, right? You see, in not day, he excused himself deliberately. He not make one statement, he not make one comment, he not tweet about the whole situation. He say gonna echo us. He don't come back. We see what's happen within the APC as a party. We see the registration process. As fraught as it was, the registration verification process. We see him, the 30-day the leader from where pull up press release today. Now I can pull this other one. They say they call for audit. The leader of the opposition, we get section 86.2, where it gets 20% of the members of Parliament for summon an emergency meeting, where the speaker shall within 14 days honor that call. Cherry Kukuno use them. The same leader of the opposition gets section 51 of the Constitution, where they tell us him for impeach the president. Lara Telopias, Auditor General, is still languishing out there. 30 days, able for impeach that woman, the president, using section 51 for saying the president will not get no confidence in the presidency anymore, because the way we go about Lara Telopias, it violate the Constitution. It is there. Opinions have been written about these things. People like Charles Magai don't write about her. Cheno Majuba, a lawyer, we get a law firm, we get a lawyer, we work for him. You don't even need money for file case. This man, as the leader of the opposition, if he be serious, I swear to God, they stand up against Madabiu. Impeachment is a process. Let me know if you pull Madabiu, but the fact that the world see
this message that we will also, I like everybody, I like now me, you come with greater people's power, they listen to we save you message, because we learn from each other every day. Ibrahim, I swear to God, I do not care. As long as Ibrahim, for people and if you learn book, they tell we say the Parliament cannot do anything. So everything we are also sacred, Ibrahim. You people are waste money for you. They waste money for you. They just go waste powder for photo. Ibrahim, we can't Ibrahim. These parliamentarians, the parliamentarian will tell you say they cannot do anything. Ibrahim, anybody will get integrity. You know the problem with Africa? That integrity now we lack, Ibrahim. And
absolutely.
Anybody will get integrity. Today, Ibrahim, if me they work on side, I find out say the work not useful anymore, Ibrahim, and they resign, and they walk out.
Absolutely.
From that job. Ibrahim, there is no way anybody they tell me say, These parliamentarians cannot do anything. But for 5 years now, they still sit up in that parliament day, but they cannot do anything. Then they bulldoze them. Then you still sit on inside it.
You know, Kashi, Marabio not the Paul Salon by himself. He get the support of the parliament. Marabio not the thief. We can't give money now because the parliament allow him. Marabio not the fly. I want for fly. Now the parliament allow him. Marabio not they spend $2.6 million inside 1 great month where they travel within the country. Now the parliament allow him. If the parliament be serious.
Did you listen to KKY talking about?
Thank you.
Say, oh, the flights we need for kind of like go to ministries there.
I agree with the cajole.
The flights for jets. Hey, shut up, KKY.
I agree with the cajole.
You cannot even call the president when they not turn and both now people are on. People that you call me different ministries there. You don't want to call things by their name.
You know,
and people want us to shut up
Kashi,
and keep quiet.
You know, say
but people are happy when if we talk about say, oh, the judiciary, the mess up. People are happy with that. The APC people are happy with that. But when we say, oh, the media, they messed up. For when we say the civil society, they messed up, they are happy with that. But the moment we go on parliament,
Kashi, anybody in the APC, where they come against me because we talk about parliament, they are very unpatriotic. They don't like the country. They hate the country. Because
it's like they wait for the tone.
Yes, they are worse. So the point is, Kashi, whose difference they make now where SLPP in power? If these people can come back in power, then they complain the same complaint. They say, SLPP, so then this loyalty to party, na impuel salon de like today under the SLPP, because they not come for govern for the people, they come for govern for the party. So anybody inside APC where they come against me because we talk about the issues the way they affect the fundamental and basics of their lives as a whole in the country. Not to that they go no more than go get a small 1,500,000 if you say you don't get done butter. Those are the issues. Those are the idiots amongst us. Kashi, I don't go inside that talk because if I enter that place, they go, hey, you me man. So at the left side, at the back or back now. You know.
They talk say get your left for share with audio. Look, if today we want to make SLPP begin share with audio, we will make them begin share with audio. So APC, when I tell APC people now any power men not share with audio. If today we want to make APC begin share with audio, when I can't they, we can't spread the press the pull all kind thing. When a parliamentarian cannot talk about it. For that we kind of like talk for make SLPP begin share with audio. Not only under Ibrahim, when like I have a go at people within the APC when they destroy the APC, it was SLPP when they share that audio there for me. That tells you if we want to make SLPP share with audio, they will. We got turn stupid alpha side with them. We got turn alpha can them. But you know some we get integrity. We didn't see what's wrong. We just for make we get me mama will die where I don't go the berry. Wait till today I don't see grave. Ibrahim, I will talk to SLPP. SLPP now in the buy tickets for me from Agro Salon. I will make them share me audio. I will do that. But you know what? Me mama don't die, don't go now in true world. Yes, I miss her dearly. I would love to go to that grave and sleep there. But you know what? Because of my integrity, even me mama, if I compromise my integrity, also a day, today, it go vex by me. Because she always believed in me, saying that I always stand for waiting I believe in and waiting at the truth. Ibrahim, we able to make SLPP share with audio. I just tell APC, if we don't want to share with audio, and besides, we don't look for customers. We don't look for customer them. If you don't want to listen to audio, please don't. Please don't. We don't, like what the comrade say yesterday night audio, we don't sell them, not where we make money out of it like we would have. No, we don't. Even the Bob Marley them, whenever they sing their song, the way they live on their song, they'll be the kind of like belief that they sing on waiting them.
Sorry, Kashi. You know, Kashi, don't you know, Kashi, not worry. You know, really don't stress yourself with that flow, Kashi. Believe it or not, let me tell you this, Kashi. There are people that where would they do their audio there? It is their lifeline. You know, it is how they survive the day. Knowing, say, they might not be able to articulate these views like how we did do them for one reason or the other. Some person naturally, not to everybody get this gift. You know, the gift, it's a gift, you know, to come out here and speak publicly. Not to all man get them. But the people, the way they appreciate, we are telling you this, it's about 95% of Sierra Leone. The 5% are the splitter between the core staunch SLPP and a few, unpatriotic citizens them we not elect the country at all. They don't want to see the country progress after 60 years of independence. Then one level they know also with people and continue for suffer, all the indexes them say we in the highest infant mortality rate country we picking and they die when they go born. They no one for see we come out of that way, but they see the exactly. Yes.
That is what they want to hear.
Yes.
They're comfortable in hearing those things and saying those things happening.
Absolutely. Because if they understand these things we talk about, Kashi, I can talk every day. If I'm a member of parliament, I make a point of duty every month, I for go visit somewhere. If not hospital, if not the prison system, if not a police station, I go visit there. I want to see. Members of parliament get the power for doing for go to any police station right now and say I want to see the list of the jail, the people in jail there. I want to see a comprehensive list of these people. I want to see the crimes they wouldn't commit, witness some of these crimes. Parliament, they oversee the judiciary. Parliament, they oversee the executive. Parliament, they oversee Madabio and the judges them to the Supreme Court level. Parliament get the power. Cheriko could get them. If they work on any police station, they go to Pademba Road today. They say, I want to see all the people who they can jail now because of the August 10 protest. I want to see what they happen. Kashi, these are the things we for talk about. There are people languishing in jail today, Kashi. Those issues, instead of them talk about them, then they only talk about not sharing audios. When we are pointing out these things, we for break people up, let people get to action. People in the language now jails them across the country like today from the August 10, from 4 years ago. We see Michael Mansari, Tima Piseri Stadium, na President Kroma Bill, and they arrest him in bathroom. They take vigilante, then go attack him, then go arrest the Bobona house. Now they want for sit down inside the country where the constitution give protection for dinner any part of the country without any restriction. Go read section 16.
Look at the sad thing. When you talk about Michael Mansari, now in a way, who that did go there to? I think it was Richard Conte we go Oster.
They support, yes.
Whether Richard Conte they do wrong or right, in a way, intelligent something, because people refuse to protect this guy in fundamental human rights.
Basically,
as a citizen, now because Richard Conte don't go Ostam, don't go Outsam, you know what? Now, if person mistake talk against Richard Conte,
of course,
with all the ordeal we don't go through.
Michael Masai go pull gun. We know we so. If I talk against Richard Conte, Michael Masai know if you know the amount of advocacy we do on behalf, it will come after we.
It will still not like that.
Exactly.
This is not the problem because people
but again, Kashi,
politicians and they fail for defend waiting in at the constitution, waiting at people
right.
Just so when they protect, like now we don't protect Michael Mansari, so
yes.
I'm pretty sure that Richard Conte go take him.
Yeah, now that's
Richard Conte. Now we don't see Richard Conte as a godfather.
Absolutely.
Nobody cannot go after Richard Conte. He wouldn't like it.
Absolutely.
Because they don't fail him for protect a right as a citizen.
Right.
But waiting to go gear now na shelter.
Yes.
So the guy now in allegiance don't kind of like they're completely swayed.
Say what
like
you.
This is waiting the happen we can't.
And Kashi, we can say whatever we want to say about Sylvia Blyden. She has all the things she got going on, but not the only person they want to see with a drive. He go inside bowl. I don't say Peter Conte, what's his name? Richard Conte himself. We go fend the woman later, but Sylvia Blyden go na bowl, did a video, go fend the picking, fend the wife. Those things that in the way people know they take lightly as well. Say what you may about Sylvia Blyden. But
but these are the things Ibrahim, where Parliament should protect.
What I want to say?
The speaker. Ibrahim, people in the talk one thing. The speaker, they allow them for talk certain thing. Them, you go give them 2 minutes, you go give them 1 minute.
Kashi.
Ibrahim, you have constituents. You get your people press conference. What you almost say you don't talk about, say, we're outside. Okay, today, Ibrahim, you as parliamentarian, go all press conference. Would I not go stop you for the speaker? They go tell you a press conference.
Kashi.
No, and you get 2 more minutes.
Kashi, first of all, the press conference always show you I think 2 or 3 in 4 years. Inside Parliamentary they do. Even go get a town hall meeting for educate and inform people exactly what is actually happening. Now inside Parliament, nobody do them. Why this guy afraid for face the people? I don't know. Maybe don't better pass them for 15 years now. In life don't change, don't dinner at the level again. Maybe that's what it is for rub skin with the people where they support. And in a one aspect of them. But the fact of the matter remains, Cashbox, when them be arrested, Michael Mansari, Cherikuku as the leader of the opposition, even knowing say this person is APC supporter, put that aside. As a Sierra Leonean, somebody when a lawyer, we know what in the constitution stand for. We know say Sierra Leone is governed by freedom, justice, and unity. Every citizen they get right for get proper justice within the confines of the constitution. This is section 5. We did it. Cherikuku before stand up and say, what? You cannot under no circumstances, because we see the evidence with this man. I team up now. I say this stadium. Now former President Kuruma Bila. Unla come go arrested for safe because of Panadol. I go sentence. I serve 8 months in jail. To this day, I know so Jericho could don't get 1 bag grace. A possible say don't get 1 bag grace. A possible say don't get 1 million euros. A possible.
Show me one MP where resign because of that reason. They see and say, you know, this is complete advantage. Disadvantage. Because of this particular man, I'll go resign my position as an MP. Let you all know. Before that, then guy they go talk say, we work behind the scene. The international community, they understand these things. When I face the international community, no. People and they suffer. People are languishing right now on Panema Road.
Actually, give me 2 minutes. Flow no more. Give me 2 minutes. Flow no more, because we switch to Alfred Peter Conte where they talk about we all like one like APC. We can't hit you. Give me 2 minutes. Right now on Panema Road because of like the August 10 protest. None of these MPs cannot say, you know what, protest it is like every citizen's fundamental right. Because of this way, we want to abuse people the right. So I don't think me as an MP go sit by and watch these things that they happen. Ibrahim, none of these guys, and you they tell we say they cannot do anything, but yet still they sit down flag, then they pass before their motor car, they sit down and they collect salary, they sit down and they collect $15,000 for a year for their medical. You know, Ibrahim, any APC person where they talk like this, these guys then just they wait for their own turn for me to go cut pan cake. Because salon don't turn like birthday cake. All man just go get cut in slice. Anybody will believe in this and believe say the MPs cannot do anything, it means you just wait for your turn for me gonna go eat tonight eat. When I lie. So but we look for work. We don't look for work. We don't able now. So we say freely. We say things freely. This cabal business owner, so we don't care about you now. Yeah, if you not say this, oh yeah, it offend you, Ibrahim, and I'm going to repeat it. Please stop or listen to me. I need a big person. I need a big. Una when they listen, thank you, because una willing for change, for see the change. Una not blame we waiting in the constitution. We only interpret waiting. Una go blame Abdullahi Conte them, the one they write the constitution. Say let them make them change them. But as long as una sit down, they una take an oath. Una take an oath to this constitution. Una need for abide to the constitution. Or una if una cannot take the heat in the kitchen, leave the kitchen circle. Go sit down now. Usa get AC. What's kind of wickedness this? Keshi, you know, the fact of the matter is this. Kashi, I know say we know, comrade, Kashi. We know elaborate small, but I'll just, talk small on this Alfred Peter content nonsense. We'll see and go team up with Honorable Abdul Kagbo. And they talk about, we all are one. APC, we the struggles of APC, that are nonsense thing that they use against with people. Now people are like, hey, APC, we all are one. Hey, everybody move on. But I go back to say, Sierra Leone, you is serious. A lot of these idiots, you is serious. You take out serious conversations. You talk about serious issues. No. They're not, the intrigue, that minute percentage, 0.0001, they're very small, because the amount of people that we really want for engage in serious conversations, then they boku all over the country, all over the world. Sierra Leoneans are out there where they die for which we'll get for and talk about, right? But the fact of the matter is, you get these few 0.001% sycophancy way, again, because of extreme poverty. So a lot of these people have been subjected to this way of thinking. Where if some man no go whip the shoes of that politician, then nothing no get for happen for them in life. They don't give their life up to these politicians. That's what it is. They don't believe that there's any other way to make a living and survive now this face of the planet without politicians. But you look at Alfred Peter Conte, where this guy derailed the APC party, take the APC no get convention. And the man this way, if not for where then carry the matter gonna court for contempt of court, then Fisher finally, where he freed detention where we from Fisher, where the students then grab, the woman then grab, the APC women's wing then grab, the student then all team up, then go to the party office. The members of parliament then go calm them down for telling say, yes, we want we party back. Alfred Peter Conte not listen to the attendee when they say we want to party back. Say Honorable Abdul Kagbo, they tell we would be crying a meeting as a member of parliament where Alfred Peter Conte they take care of them. They manhandle the party, then they cry. When I listen to that stuff, I just left and let pass. You sitting there, you're crying. because somebody they derail your political party as a member of parliament. You cannot come out. Cashbox, for 4 years, Cherry Kokono one day do an interview with BBC Al Jazeera as the leader of the opposition. No international platform. This man not go for talk about what's happening in our country. But I'll come back to Alfred Peter Conte. Alfred Peter Conte, they make una cry inside meeting them. When not come out and talk to the people. It take we, Kashi, it take we, me, you, come record people's power. The African Express for pile pressure after the PPRC chairman put out a scathing letter against Alfred Peter Conte for say, hey, this guy they pulling up at you. I don't try, but look at what is in the Panayaso. He go back now a meeting with the PPRC. He go talk all kind of nonsense there against the guy, defamatory statements them. He walk out of the meeting. That turning out and go after this. If they don't file the case now court for contempt, the guy not even care the Alfred Peter Conte. But you get sycophants and a few misguided miscreants within the APC party. Then still they dine with this guy because what you do, then get this ultimate motive. They couldn't feature former President Kurma. I already man telling him, I don't want this chairman business. When I left and they no, no go. Say they be get a recently, then go get a them body na Kennedy, they use them. They say that the part no go. The part finally making sense. He say, you know what? Are they go attire? This Alfred Peter Conte, you know, look all the reason and they will say, okay, let's take it easy, let's move this party forward. Alfred Peter Conte passed a Fisher, go pass a ruling. Now the tenant commander, they go to map the whole meeting. And they talk nonsense. People don't get for talk. That's now we they talk. But the guy don't know if me, you know, the other thing I cash box. Then guy not get mind for the call people name. Until they talk back until Sierra Leone politicians, then people in authority, they get mind for call people and name them. Alfred Peter Conte no say it's not important, but until they get mind for call people and name, we're not going anywhere. They always like forgive this self-grandiose thing about themselves, like they say they are powerful more than everybody else. This guy they go to map now and say, well, one APC people they all the joke they get it from. I don't want to say the ITGC they die. Now time make time for listen to lawyer Ibrahim Soni. Yes. And even the list will see cash box. Why not Alfred Peter Conte sign that list where you talk about so earlier? Exactly. Why not to Honorable Abukago sign that list of the amount of numbers of people that they need for conduct the lower level elections? You see that they can make hypocrites and Honorable Abukago. I hope he will not be a part of that kind of bad nonsense. For they put up them video show. I see where they between they be in phone, you know, they pay attention to what it happen. I understand what they do it there because sometimes you're forced inside in situations where you get for, but then they left for allow themselves to be played. Like what is that nonsense with that guy did do? That guy slow the APC party. It is unforgivable what Alfred Peter Conte do to the APC. Then disrespect former President Nkrumah. They ace former President Nkrumah. People the same people will be ace up they see don't they allow this nonsense. We tell them say we will not allow the ruling from Fisher 6 months down the line and go back in the court. It was unconstitutional. There is no judge born of a woman where they suspend and disrupt and dissolve the executive of SLPP party. Then do we can the Yumkala and they lock the mouth pandem. After we PPRC pass a ruling, then lock the mouth pandem. But na salon na they don't see now the second and this cash box come go to salon people where they don't do this kind of thing and do so to APC take court action. The first one happened to Chukuma Johnson. Then take and go give power and say this now Creole brother log guy. You know this. Now the guy go look himself and say anything. Who that they want to then a former President Nkrumah. They want 9 years up. The same court come back. They say, you know, we make mistake the first 10 and one person you give. This time now give two factions. Well, if the one side not agree, if the other side still there, they will go see how they battle for resolve the issue because they always get plan A, plan B, or whatever the case may be, and take the party then go give to Cherry Coco. And they contact Peter Conte. Go give to Cherry Coco. Cherry Coco as a lawyer, somebody way constitutional enough before avoid that particular for accept that ruling from the court for telling say una prove to we say this executive is illegal. Who side this executive illegal? Waiting the really party today now because we not get the conventions. We not allow it for going to conventions. All man they file lawsuits. When I left the party going to conventions, there be no safe then going to conventions. The empire then still get influence over the party. They not be one day. They want for control the party at this particular point because then get them goal for 2028. These things we are pointing out. We want to see and understand and open up our brain because some again 0.001% of the population, very minute fraction. We didn't think they already talk, so they don't forget self. They remember again. But you know, we'll continue to remind people. APC, what you want for your now lower level elections. Not all now, but talk with the now, they make this, that. No. Lower level election, the average Sierra Leonean, where they support APC as a party, they want for see APC go into lower level elections and pick a flag bearer for move the party forward. That is what they look for. Sierra Leoneans, I want to understand, say, loyalty not to a political party. Yes, today inside Salon, SLPP, APC. Because NGC in the next election, not for even get 0.0000001% of the vote. Until the last election gets within 80 something thousand or whatever, 174,000, I think. This time, can't even kill for lost in seat in parliament. Can't even kill for go inside a parliament back. This man, they go debate, the budget cash box at a time like this way. For 4 years, they don't debate the audit report. 4 years, can they even kill they say write letter to speaker not listener.
Yes.
For 4 years, can they even kill Supreme Legislative Authority?
And they still sit on the. Now this night you pay, Ibrahim,
Kashi, do I sit on the? In salary they want.
Constitutionality cannot be condoned
or
tolerated.
No.
If you say you don't write to the speaker, but the audit report, and then they talk, and then they do nothing about it. Why do you sit there? Can you get like now you and you been there? You need the way you make more say you don't work in the international community. That is how it works in this society. Go and implement what you don't learn from their job there we don't get. You still sit on the back, even though you write to the speaker not see we're constitutional, but yet still they say debate the audit report. 4 years when not debates the audit report, but you just write letter no more because you see that guy there, Ibrahim. Just for the icing of men, for many people feel say, but you don't think go tell me, let me not run away from the problem. But we didn't run away from the problem, but the problem still exists inside it. If we don't run away from the problem, then it means you need to challenge the problem. But una already challenge them. Una challenge them, una can't cry like a picking them. Una they sit down, they come, una sit on a fish, una don't get dump for you them.
Then feels some people fool. And this is why they want to support the PR system. But Kashi, that point where he makes a lot go back to parliament, when they talk about parliament in a serious country. Them. Ghana recently, Cashbox, not so you see the members of parliament of the ruling government. They don't call say if they don't fire the finance minister, then they budget, then they debate the budget.
Yes.
And they be minimal. Not to the finance minister resign, not resign.
Oh, they know. Ibrahim, if they don't be mean because they don't set precedent like Ghana. The people that know say the parliamentarian and powerful. You see the 2 days or a day after they make that statement, then they run for kind of like go. But you see, Brian, somebody go say, well, why make SLPP MP then they behave so? Because we don't don't condone nonsense. So the opposition are in need for do their utmost. And Ibrahim, if the opposition and we don't work out. But Abdul tell me, and if I go to talk about Abdul so Ibrahim, I guarantee you right now. APC, they all go inside Abdul I would not be surprised if Abdul don't come on this platform again. But we need to look for customers, as I say. We need to look for one.
I say this again.
Abdul can now we platform and talk and say the same way they remove 10 members of MPs, when they go to parliament, now ECOWAS camp can talk to them. That tells you
Thank you.
Power with them guy they get if they be decide not to go, which always not happen so that country. If them guy they sit down one day say we need to go to the parliament again. SLPP government know they function.
Kashi, I want to beg you, law not £16, Honorable Abukagbo. Honorable Abukagbo is one of the only member of parliament who gets now all they look up to Kashi. Honorable Abukagbo, a very intelligent guy.
I know the politics of APC, and I tell you, Ibrahim, I would not be surprised to make this guy not come again now with platform, but I don't care, Ibrahim.
Kashi,
Ibrahim, I know what I'm talking about.
No, I believe you.
Anyway, I don't know what I talk about. I just make like wild assumptions.
Right. No, Abukagbo not the kind of person. I think, say, matter of fact, this week yeah, for bring and come local and discuss with them. And then we're gonna know if Honorable Abukagbo, the APC don't get into rap. Kashi, I say this again, my brother. I don't need Honorable Abukagbo. If anything, Honorable Abukagbo, I need me. I don't need Dr. Samura Kamara. If anything, Dr. Samura Kamara, I need me. I don't need any of these guys. I can stand by myself. We can stand by ourselves. They are representing us. They work for us. So every one of these guys, if they choose not to, it's fine. But I would love to debate these guys publicly on certain issues. Honorable Abukagbo, watch out. We can kind of tell, we point blank say anything goes. But of course, we need to hold them to these issues. Mostly what they bring and kind of, we can talk about a particular incident, no more, which happen. Not on the grounds of, he knows which way they talk. Honorable Abukagbo, Kashi, may not be even, now my brother, they tell me then this day, I say, he sabi me very, very well. I say because not technical drive. He say I think if they attend institute, but I say I may not remember because my brother they be much more. May not be too they mix, that way. So most of my activities were outside of my area, But my brother they mostly around that technical area. They that drive there and they keep company. And they be sabi people like me. I don't sabi. I know a lot of the guys, but I don't know them like that. That was just me. But they tell me say, he said that man say sabi good one. He say that man a technical drive say sabi. I say okay. I say well, sadly enough, that's what it is. So these guys, a lot of them, Kashi, one day we sabi me, we me something me not sabi. They know. Kashi, I was always a self guy, standing up. Take to this day, to this moment. I have nothing to worry about for anybody because everything I stand on is on the fact and principles. Kashi, I'm unwavable. Kashi, nobody never for check me. One on one. Kashi, I am a self man. I talk again and again and again. Delicately, Kashi. Now, we talk. We know the challenge because if we say we go contest, I register my political party, People's Liberation Academy. Because me, Kashi, I believe in the word now. It's not even the movement again. It's the academy, People's Liberation Academy. It's about education. I believe,
it's about civic education.
Thank you. Kashi used to prove it. That is nothing in the Northwest. At a time like this, where SLPP forgo, there is no point in me registering a political party. I am a born citizen of Sierra Leone. I'm over the age of 40. I have a right to contest presidency in Sierra Leone at any given point in time. And to go there this day, it's my birthright. If I'm ready for use, I use them. Nobody will stop me. We're not born you as a no woman, no man born of a woman able to stop me. If not for talk loose, I sabi talk loose, Kashi. If not for talk careless, I sabi. If not for go pan the intellectual talk, we talk intellectually at that level. If you want to talk like a rally man, we talk like a rally man back. I sabi personal. I grew up in a way where I don't know how I mix my life, but I sabi outside. They tell me nothing. I might not be on sell cassette, I not go also like in Jimmy, I not do that, but I was interacting with these guys. I they mingle, I sabi go there. I know these things.
One of the sad things now with the app in other countries, the way people they take comfort in, for tell we say, oh, now the book business, now I know well we country. Use WhatsApp way they use. Now book, science, now I make it up. Computer science, now I make it happen. The motorcar where you did ride, now book. The plane where you did ride, it defeats the rule. Sorry, Brian. The plane where you did ride, it defeats the law of gravity. They come with law of lift. Now book. Now I make you the right plane. They won't already now they sit up. Them book man there. We don't believe in book business again. We not sit up stupid talk them. The book one, the WhatsApp when you use right now for listen or not for listen this audio. Now book. Now I make it happen. You be say now Zuckerberg. Now my make us go China, America, now White House. We make Facebook. We buy WhatsApp. You be say because you go China, America.
Kashi,
nonsense.
Why do they use the WhatsApp to self with tower power? The man they will create some WhatsApp and the money then they eat someone now. They use herself.
No,
but at the end of the day, you see,
talk about book business. You know, because the bookman don't fail winners alone, so book not important. Now they see them like the innovation, right? Now they make the world move.
Absolutely,
innovation.
Absolutely.
And spend money on like innovative ideas.
Kashi,
so what are you talking about?
Kashi, sadly.
If somebody refuse not to go school, then you want to use that now, like I say, that's in added advantage. When look one small picking where they listen to the audio, you see how with society don't rot in.
It is a cost. I see that video there. Kashi, I see that video there. For that boy is barely 4 or 5 years old. And for a young picking like a dandy, don't be predisposed and exposed to language like a dandy. There is no way that boy is psychologically not going to be battered for the rest of his life. That picking is finished. He need a psychological evaluation. If not,
the lady when they talk to her, they tell her and say, "Oh, you going to talk to someone?" The lady they laugh for. They say, "But you know, cost mommy, cost yeah."
Yes.
What sense will it make?
That young man, there has been battered for life. That bobo get for come back later. Begin because they accept him, they feel it's a normal way of life, and say there is no consequence. You see, this is what we talk about. If we talk about not sharing audios as a society, we for all Christians, Muslims, you pray 5 daily prayer.
You know, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he talk and I hadith them. Say not for talk bad against woman, not for curse woman.
Yes.
You know, not for use obscene language, not for get a dirty mouth. These are the prophets. But you say they pray 5 daily prayer. But when they sit down, when they share messages we list with mamikos, they describe woman part. The woman they suffer every month. They go through the menstrual period, the pain, the cramps when they get all of that.
Yes.
When they scorn them. Yes.
All kinds of like
They
that.
carry.
So a woman will go after your platform when we talk about it. People say, "Oh, when I sit down and go after a woman, what are you?" You see the hypocrisy. You know, Ibrahim, anyway, you don't reach the office. Imagine, even where you they take time off, you work for do this, for do audio, you they reach at your office. So people are still they say, when you reach, when you can want make the audio end, that's it, Papa God. What can country where we get back?
Kashi.
Oh, I don't know the mind structure. That guy they left me house 5 o'clock morning. They drive. Now they tell me they do audio. Me they left outside. They drive me body them. And they can't do audio. Ibrahim not reach my office. When I want make Ibrahim in my office, then outside the pair where they put food on the table, where they feed him, picking them, take care of him, picking them. When I want make it continue, they do audio. Even when they make man, they make that sacrifice. When I still get something for top water.
Kashi, I don't do it for them. Kashi, I don't do it for them.
You know, Kashi, that make us say we know they allow the misinformation for continue because na culture. And a culture for killing a saloon. For killing. The same way how they cry for people in this country. Let me tell you something. All this how this will me in the UK, yeah, now the talk about now yeah, the city MP the responsibility. They can't the constituency for they can't actually for go to the parliament. They can't actually the problem. What in the for discourse? That tells you the level of respect they get for the constituency them and how they respect the people. We now put it on the integrity. They know, hey, this guy good. When you became sick, then can give me 500,000. Hey, part of your kick. The part of what you no need for give 500,000. Let give you opportunity. Like where the make fair care. When you see Beloma and Kumra and Pekin with the under with 5 years and below. If you and as well to give people 100,000, we possibly the good boy say no. You don't people die because you're not getting money for the operation. It's a free health care. Today, but this is a benefit day. So many people in the hospital in Gubo 90% died also because now the feeding they don't cut up. They don't cut up for the Kubra. Now Corona don't have like cookery shop and they talk out of experience. So we don't need for like give 500. So let's just make the mechanism free for you. Look what William Ruto say na Kenya.
Yes.
He said if you cannot trust the system, we in the supervisor, we in the supervisor for like people that are system, we don't for trust the system. He said people in the government school technically is in the private school like Kenya. He's in the private school. Because as the head of state, if you don't say, if I cannot trust the system, when I immediately supervise, they would have to trust the system.
Yeah.
You see, these are the leaders. Look what that guy talk na Zambia. Who is say, what he make possible I'm going to do first life for buy Prado. The point you know buy for himself. He say no, he not agree for buy. He refuse. Why the old man be doing that they use because he conscious not to money. And this is the way possible for talks. You know, Ibrahim something and we get for this is a fight for a long haul.
Absolutely.
What you tell Gotenki, majority of Sierra Leone and don't realize say yes, we are not targeting members of parliament. We are just telling them to do more on their responsibilities. The few idiot them when I sycophancy them will get for. Let me tell you something, Ibrahim. No matter how you look at that, but Jesus Christ, you can die for people. People still not believe say die for people. Without that me too. Anybody who is the truth, bruh. Trust me, people may not like you. Some people may not like you, but believe some people don't go believe in you. No matter what they don't say, what to they say today, not so for happy. We just discussing government issues, how government for run. Period. All my responsibility. How they talk about judiciary, police, we talk about that, we focus on them. How they talk about if you but let me tell you something very simple. We on platform, we believe, say what do they say, we might not 100% right, but trust me, no say this national for happening government that 3 arms. Executive, legislative, and the judiciary, and the supreme body we will get as a law constitution. They say the highest supreme body, the legislative, meaning the executive and judiciary, all the under because they call this a kind of parliament. No agree. What you now allow left for? Only left body. If you know one, if you cannot face it, get out of the kitchen. Go face it like good day. Period.
Thank you, comrade. I think Ibrahim now when I listen to the talk, the guy don't reach the office, and they try to settle, then say, oh, where Ibrahim, people are, oh my God, anyway, I don't say any effects. Comrade, when you look at that country, they tell you, Ibrahim, maybe anytime, let me just end this audio, but I tell you one thing, the country, it needs serious cleansing of mind, like the way people, like, they act in the country, waiting that they believe in. Look, I do not have problem if somebody, I emphasize this point, if you feel safe, even you get 90% say, oh, they were just listening, no more this and that. If you get doubt in me, audio, Ibrahim and Comredo, but if you get doubt, please stop for listening.
No, no go far. Me, I don't tell you, see, if na buy, you the buy. If you are the talker, buy, they can buy. Yeah, no buy again. Na seller, the seller. If na seller, the seller, no can buy again. If na buy, the buy. Na money they make. For say na buy the buy. Oh no, they even say logo na you the case of posting. They fed for get platform like YouTube learn the PR.
Yes,
absolutely.
If you buy it, if you buy it, you can buy. Yeah, thank you. Take that. You can buy. Go buy it. We will listen.
Comrade. Actually, we cannot discount. Because even like then audio there, I can manage. I left this phone at the left hand of my office. Like screen record, and then I share on YouTube. People they go listen there.
I don't see them. Yeah,
I know. But Ibrahim, what I'm saying here, if we want to say really low low they make money. The platform Ibrahim is bigger enough for low for able. Don't get over how many for pay attention on YouTube.
With the top of CNN,
okay, now
MSNBC.
YouTube, but left this. If people they do foolishness at YouTube, they make money.
Absolutely.
You don't understand that?
Absolutely.
They do foolishness, they make money. So for one pay attention and then foolishness that they follow said, they say, Ibrahim, we have the ability to do whatever. Let me tell you something. Me, I can be good, bad, and ugly. Both. As I be all. There is no university when you go train person for be bad or ugly. No. It's left to you.
Comrade.
But Ibrahim, if we want for the past 4 years, if we want, but people don't know use them. When they use for get platform, they talk player na the YouTube channel. We had now one. When we deal with that, so they play na the YouTube channel. We appreciate. People they go follow them. They get huge following. People don't use voices them for get a platform. We appreciate. But we don't believe we are rendering a service to a nation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you if you see buy, they go they talk so. They go buy. Or one will not stadium, lock the stadium for me. No buy again. Yeah, that's the truth. Because let us go talk say
Ibrahim, I don't know if you don't listen. Ibrahim,
I play me. Because let me tell you something.
That was a good song.
No, let me tell you this one no more. Even now, you must talk to Salom Pan, una coconut will get. People don't understand. It's real coconut.
Go and listen to that song.
It's a fact.
It's real coconut.
Well, you see,
let me tell you.
The problem we get in our country right now, this person within our social media, it won't make nobody no get space. Because it feels say in nonsense them way they talk. When they, like imagine you then they give information you can't talk. Even at times when they can't talk, you miss for talk. Then like now you so like anybody, I will tell you one thing, if Emerson launched this song back and they come back and put audio say Emerson not talking enough.
Oh, those days are over, Brad, and this they don't do.
The way people criticize the guy. This is how we call Emerson. We have responsibility. We call Emerson say, Paddy, you always give the pull song so now for pull up. And if the pull song where he criticize the government, we are going to appreciate him. Because now that's what they call for, now that's what we believe in.
Kashi,
that's Ibrahim. Go and listen to that song. It's tell them where it's okay. It's okay there.
Yeah, Kashi,
yes,
of course.
You go say almost. You want to make the guy sing for 1 hour? You want to make him sing for 2 hours? No, he has to condense it in like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Even 15 minutes for a song is very, very long.
Kashi, with that song, Emerson song them it can trail through different administration. Of course, that was done during the days of the APC, but now they rhyme back with everything that is happening with the SLPP, but if anything, I really wish Emerson before design a song within these 4 years, maybe for really tailored towards SLPP particularly, because that song they will borrow from the APC days now where they sing, where they do all what they do. Bye now, the good work, don't do it.
What do they say that like you see everybody gets a system.
Right.
Yeah. Now like Ibrahim, like we have set team. So some plan they if you not put an you've been going for play for score. no matter how you get, I put among good players, they need to score. It's difficult for them.
Yeah.
So all it's important, Ibrahim. We always talk on platform say we don't care if the cat na black or white.
Yes.
All to care like the cat catch.
What's the catch?
No.
We don't care if it's black or white.
No, I'm with Emerson 100% on those songs. Emerson,
yes,
if you pull any of his song them, then they rhyme right now.
Who don't call post say? Who don't call post say? This is me know for. Like who should I Ibrahim? We no go no say that is no for. Pass we government changes so. So until we happy, then go begin call we say, hey, we know you talk now. Because they don't know say who they do for challenge bad governance.
Who that get for call we?
So
not to SLPP.
Say Emerson, no team me know you na salon. Now we sing bo belle.
Comrade. Kashi, who that get for call we for talk, not to SLPP. You see, na bofun ball.
No, the people of Sierra Leone. You know, me, Abraham, only be some boys. We get for SLPP, we listen to, we share, we use them.
No, that's what
I'm saying. We know the people of Sierra Leone for call on back tomorrow if you can, if we did, and we know we select the call on Ibrahim because we believe say that when I fight for a long haul. So we do it let them call we like I will call Embassy that will be knowing for single. We will not say. We government change next year by 2023 by the grace of God, the 25th by now, when a new government will get. If the government change, Ibrahim, that government day from that day the way they come, in first statement I don't begin cause on the streets. Like by the way we come, we do church, I go from 1986, 1990, begin to about it that always anybody know the problem that's alone now. All to one the solution. Nobody tells you no say the Tintranga. All man know the problem that's alone to one on a solution, how for fix the country. Let the people of both are suffering. So we need to let the call Embassy say, party that is them for. So you know when you making music, you see we take the last part of that like you say, if you say the part they can change. Or they can't be for the marriage. They can't say sorry. Yes. Yeah. So you know see
because that was like just like a snap of
yes. I don't say more day, but if everybody get on for play. I don't talk about again say that musician change government in 2007. Now that's had been an era. There was also media. Let's all get that Desage, we get Pupapaja, we get jungle leaders, Emerson, and so many. The revolutionary songs and change.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. Okay.
We'll get. Yeah, innocent. I can't see the we say we get a notice. Wait about the two suppress. That's a nobody two suppress. We can't sing up. The innocent, they can't say revolution. They get a platform. Recently, also innocent pull down music with your man not to mumu. When imagine
the innocent be they tell Emerson say nobody not listen to his song. Emerson
no. Recently, innocent pull down music say all man not to mumu.
Yes.
He say all man not to mumu. He right. He name people them say all man not to mumu. I don't know what talking about.
Because what happen now? Social media we don't take up the fight. All man now they say, hey, now listen to Daniel. Not share to Daniel. Like I beg. Like now you were able pan the one there. You able pan your social media popularity for people in the same money for you. Now you anyway, I don't want to go to that nonsense, man. Ibrahim, but yeah, I don't say you don't reach, you don't left your phone first because again, Salomon una blow. But this way we don't talk as so this platform. Elect what you wanna do. Come rain, come shine. Go up una candle. This una able scatter. Una know the able. Salomon a good thing una not for see. Pass una go inside it. But this one way he said the one they sing where they go and cost my because now it was part of it. Just because if he say they go inside and for make it go, it can't talk stupid talk. This platform, nobody did able well. Pass me say we tire, but this one, I like now me, comrade Ibrahim, people's body listen to we safe. Will they continue this?
We have followers and blah. People really listen. We know no more say we are on the right track.
Absolutely.
We know the part of the innocence. All man on to mumu. He call, we call civil society, he call journalists, he say, it's right.
Yeah.
All man on to mumu, all man, if you do them, uno to mumu them, uno they ever let them call on we. Anything an error. If he, and it's come out meet up this era, we can record meet up so. Social media be delicate day.
Yes.
That's me. I don't know from it. Afghanistan first day. Remember, in meet up we say internet no day in the peak. He still making mark in a parliament. If he and
not to me they can go expose this government for make other person can enjoy for can be president. For say something that game they play so. So now making it talk. It's kind of nonsense this. I don't know, Ibrahim. I think Ibrahim Sintegodo left this, but I think coming level try for end. But unfortunately now in need for stop the recording. I don't know, like because this is just nonsense. I'm coming over and over again. people in the camp and tell you the same thing. They try to make up story them. Even though you will try, they try so much. Like, you know the time where it take for make like you kind of like they build information and go research about the economy. How long if I didn't say I didn't praise recent now, but almost in them where madam you don't lie powder. If it wasn't because of us, it wasn't because of like waste of them. Let us say we don't sabi pass real.
Right.
But because we find the time for go and find research. Madam you was still a continue for lie powder about the currency, lie powder about COVID, but even almost $1 billion we didn't give them. Lie powder about petrol price, lie powder for rest, lie powder for salary and all that thing and they say I saw the world day. They lie powder so if we not be kind of intervene for make the education.
Kashi comrade now 1 hour 29 minutes.
Don't stop on the
et you know see that we stop the audio Kashi.
Exactly, yes. So
Kashi, Kashi, tell go take care for kind sign me your office if I for do small audio that your office. I must man in America we will say enter the office to what we give for do. But anyways, that's all. Yeah, we do all things for sacrifice for country.
People still have something to say.
Oh, Kashi, believe me, don't worry about those people. That again, now is 0.001. They're so insignificant, they're not important. Unfortunately, Salon people know they talk. The good people don't talk as much, right? So the small, bad, terrible idiots amongst we that them voice them can be the loudest. Yes. And even then they, this can even relate to wet marriage relationship them. A lot of times the marriage them way they really thrive. You man, they know they see them they can social media, they talk.
Exactly.
But the one day we know better not than they go see the camp all over the place, right? So it is the same thing. You get a minute fraction of the population where they know so bad, no get so bad, and all what that, and no one going no wanga.
And they get time, they get time on social media for share all kind of rubbish.
Oh yes.
And they get time at the end.
Yes.
The one way they listen to the people that do right up, not listen to this person again.
No.
We know people that cannot do that.
No.
Because they don't get work for the way the parliamentary and they don't suppress the way they don't get work. Then they get time for the share this nonsense.
Absolutely. Would they left for now? Some people would they come back tomorrow? Would they deal with you accordingly? Salon, it'll be a better country. Would they left forget the man so camera them picking the food, they rotting, the woman die, malnutrition, and the poverty. It is done in that country. Everybody will get responsibility. You they think twice before you go inside parliament. All I want to see the owner, I'm be member of parliament. Fine, I support you. Go be member of parliament. But first of all, before you even go inside parliament, what they do now? I want to see your advocacy power. The problem we get in that salon, people not hand a lot of them position them. People not actually prove, say they can capable of handling these jobs. That is the problem we get in that salon. And that's why what happened today, we get a lot of square pegs and round holes. They don't qualify for the position them. Now by chance they get a job there, they don't can sit down on a weed, they don't turn bone na tooth. That is the problem. But we'll fix it. We'll fix it. We'll left on air. Kashi, comrade, any last word? I go now. 7:10 today. I don't.
I'm done.
Okay. All right. Bye bye, everybody.